Alas 8 hanggang alas 10 na sa Radyo 5 92.3 News FM.
Mas pinalawak, mas pinalakas, mas pakikinggan sa buong Pilipinas. By land, by sea, and on air. Broadcasting live from the studios of Radyo 5 in Mega Manila. 25,000 watts ng balita, impormasyon, opinyon, inspirasyon para sa bawat Pilipino. 92.3 News FM. Radyo 5. Radyo 5. Ito ang totoong tunog ng serbisyo publiko.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Power and Play! Narito na ako, Noli Iyala, kilalanin ang mga nasa likod ng bawat laro. Sa buhay man o sa playing court, game na tayo! Power and Play sa Radyo 5 92.3 News FM.
Sa kapwa ko Pilipino, ipagmalaki ang galing na meron tayo. Ilantad ang likas nating talento at magdala ng saya sa mundo. Sa harap ng pagsubok ay di susuko, para sa pangarap tayo'y porsigido. Magpakitang gilas na at huwag magpatalo, ipagdiwang natin ang Pilipino. Yan ang Pinoy. Mula noon at hanggang ngayon, talento natin ang bida. Mula sa simpleng bakuran hanggang entablado natin ipakita. May pagsubok man ng Pinoy, pinalalakas ng saya. San man tayo sa pulo, Sumbe, Sibay, Lakay, Amiga. Sama-samang pakita ang galing nating katropa. Sa kapwa ko Pilipino, Pilipino, yan ang Pinoy.
Ramdam niyo ba mga kapatid ang malamig na ihip ng hangin sa umaga? Yung pabago-bagong hangin sa mundo ng palakasan. Yan po ang ating tatalakayin ngayong araw na ito. Di paano? Bangon na! Power and Play na! Power and Play with Noli Iyala. Mula po sa aming mga studios dito sa 1PH, nagbabalik po ang inyong paboritong kasama tuwing Sabado ng umaga. Ito po ang Power and Play, hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum, Cherry Tigo, it's fun to drive, Chooks to Go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan, at True Religion, where passion meets power. Binabati rin of course natin lahat ng ating mga bagong sponsors, ang Sari Suki at ang Regrow. Ako po si Noli Iyala at nagpapasalamat sa inyong patuloy na pagsubaybay sa inyong paboritong Power and Play. Binabati po natin ang ating mga suki sa Radyo 5 92.3 News FM. Lahat po ng mga nakatutok, pauwi ng kanilang mga kanilang mga bahay, yung mga pauwi po galing sa call center, yung mga security guard nakasakay ngayon sa mga sasakyan nila, o di kaya yung mga nasa emergency room. Marami tayong nababalitaan at nakakausap na nanonood sa atin dyan po sa mga hospital. Kinakamusta rin po natin ang mga papasok naman sa kanilang mga tanggapan ngayong Sabado ng umaga. January 28, ano na pala? Ito lang huli nating pagtatanghal sa buwan ng Enero at Pebrero. Ang bilis ng panahon, mga kapatid. At yung kagaya ng binabanggit ko kanina, talaga pong napakalamig ng panahon, lalong-lalo na pag umaga. Nung isang araw po ako ay nandun sa Malarayat Golf and Country Club at binabati natin lahat ng ating mga kasama dyan po sa Lipa, Batangas. pambihira po. Pambihira ang lakas ng hangin na naramdaman po namin. Sa tagal ko na po ng paglalaro ng golf, talagang ngayon lang ako nakaramdam ng ganong klaseng lakas ng hangin dito po sa ating bansa. Sabi nga nila, para daw yung St. Andrews sa Scotland, na ganong kalakas yung hangin. Hindi po siya yung lakas na parang hindi natural. Natural at malamig po yung simoy. Kaya po iniba namin ang mga strategiya at yung paglalaro doong araw na yon. Dito po sa mundo ng palakasan, maihambing ko lamang, ganun din po ang mga nangyayari. The changing winds in sports. Ang dami pong nangyayari na maaga pa lang sa taong 2023 ay nagbabago na ang ihip ng hangin. Ito bigyan ko kayo ng mga ehemplo. Sa NBA, kung titingnan ninyo ang team standings, nagbago na rin po. Umaangat na ngayon yung mga dating nasa baba, katulad ng mga Sacramento. Nandun na po sa taas, katulad po ng Memphis. Yun pong Boston na napakalaki ang lamang sa simula ng taon, bumaba na. At konti na lamang ang kalamangan sa mga naghahabol sa kanila. And of course, the changing fortunes ng isang popular na team katulad ng LA Lakers na nakuha na si Rui Hachimura mula po sa Washington Wizards. Bumalik na rin si Anthony Davis, so maaaring magkaroon ng galawan. Yung defending champion na Golden State naman, steady lang, nandun po sa baba ng top 8, pero alam naman natin kung saan pupunta yan pagdating na sa dulo. Pati sa All-Star Game ng NBA, nagbago rin ang ihip ng hangin. Yung pong mga hindi natin nakalain ay nakakapasok po. Ang isa pong halimbawa dyan ay si Kyrie Irving na talaga namang umangat ang paglalaro. Pero meron din po mga nalaglag na dapat siguro ay karapat-dapat sa All-Star Game. Meron din po sa local scene na pagbabago ng ihip ng hangin. Yung Lebron Lopez na miyembro ng Gilas Pool na dati pong naglaro sa Ateneo, napunta sa abroad, maglalaro daw dapat doon sa isang koponan abroad, bumalik sa Ateneo, nakilahok pa sa selebrasyon ng championship, lumipat na po sa UP. Bago na naman ang ihip ng hangin. Sa Gilas Pilipinas, bago na rin po ang ihip ng hangin dahil si Justin Brownlee ay kasama na. So gumaganda naman ang takbo at pag-asa ng ating national team. Sa PBA, nakikita nyo po ang pag-angat ng mga bagong team katulad ng Converge na ngayon ay wala pang talo sa Governor's Cup. Pero ang pinakamalaking pagbabago at mga pagpapalit, ang pabago-bagong ihip ng hangin ay pagdating sa coaching sa ating mga koponan sa basketball. Unahin na po natin ang pagpapalit sa Phoenix. Umalis si Topix Robinson, napunta sa Lasal na tinanggal si Derek Pumaren after 3 years of coaching the Green Archers. Nandin din po si Jojo Lastimosa na ngayon ay head coach na ng TNT dahil sa nag-concentrate si Coach Chot Reyes sa Gilas Pilipinas. Andyan din po ang bagong kare-resign lamang na Bal David ng UST. At ngayon po ay ang nababalitaan ay may papalit na iba. Pero ang isang pinakamalaking pagbabago ay yung pagpapalit sa San Miguel Beer na tinanggal ang 9-time champion coach. Nakaka-champion pa lamang ng All-Filipino Conference na si Leo Austria. Pinalitan po ni George Gallant ang kanyang dating assistant. Mga pabago-bagong ihip ng hangin at yan po ang ating pag-uusapan ngayong araw na ito. Mamaya po makakasama natin si Alyssa Valdez. Kakamustahin po natin ang kanyang kondisyon at kung nasaan na ang takbo naman ng kanyang rehabilitation. Makakausap din po natin mamaya head coach ng Gilas Pilipinas. Walang iba kundi si Coach Chot Reyes at ang paghahanda natin para sa 6th window ng FIBA World Cup Qualifiers. Kasama na ang ating paghahanda for the FIBA World Cup. And ang ating pong isa pang makakapanayam, Coach Charles Tiu at Renaldo Balkman ng Strong Group Realty na ngayon po ay naglalaro doon po sa Dubai International Tournament. So marami tayong tatalakayan mga kapatid. Huwag kayong bibitaw sa ating episode tungkol sa babago-bagong eksena sa mundo ng palakasan. Pero syempre, simulan na natin sa pamamagitan ng ating Sports Weekly Highlights.
Power and Play with Com Noli Iyala.
Simulan natin sa good news. Podium finish ang pangbungad ni EJ Obiena sa pagbubukas ng kanyang indoor season ngayong 2023. Second place ang pole vaulter ng Pinas sa Internationales Springer Meeting na ginanap sa Cottbus, Germany. Na-clear ni Obiena ang 5.77 meter height para dyan. Nanguna naman si Sam Kendrick na nakatalon ng 5.82 meters. Matatanda ang naging makasaysayan ng 2022 ni Obiena matapos maging unang Pinoy na nakamedal sa World Athletics. Sa local hoops naman, balik Espanya na raw, ito yung sinasabi natin kanina, si Pido Harencio bilang head coach ng UST ayon sa mga report. Hindi pa kumpirmado ni Harencio at ng Growling Tigers ang development. Pero kung matuloy man ito na ang homecoming para sa UAAP champion coach na huling nagdala sa UST sa title noong 2006. Nakaraang Webes nag-resign bilang head coach si Bal David matapos makaisang season lang sa Tigers kung saan nagtapos sila ng May 1 and 13 win-loss record. Isa pang coaching change na nangyari naman noong nakaraang weekend. Pinalitan ng San Miguel Beermen si multi-titled Coach Leo Austria. Pinalitan ni Coach George Gallant si Austria ngayong Governor's Cup. Sa kanyang termino sa SMB mula 2014 hanggang 2022, nakasyam na kampyonato si Austria sa Beermen. Ayon kay team manager G. Abanilla, si Austria mismo ang lumapit sa management para mag-request ng coaching sabbatical. Isa pang pasabog nitong nakaraang linggo, nag-commit na sa UP Fighting Maroons si Gilas Pilipinas young forward Francis Lopez. Malaking umanong ang impluensya ni former UAAP Rookie of the Year Carl Tamayo sa pagre-recruit kay Lopez mula sa Ateneo. Inaabangan na ngayon kung makakalaro si Lopez sa UAAP dahil pag-uusapan pa ang kanyang eligibility matapos pumirma sa Overtime Elite sa Amerika. Balita naman sa ating Golden Girl, hindi na muna lalaro sa SEA Games si Heidelin Diaz para makapag-focus sa Asian Weightlifting Championships. Tatayong Olympic qualifying tournament ang Asian event kaya hindi muna madidepensahan ni Heidelin ang kanyang gold medal finish sa SEA Games. Okay lang yan, laban lang Heidelin. Sa surfing naman, wagi sa World Surf League Asia Pacific Tournament na ginanap sa La Union ang kababayan natin si J.R. Esquivel. Nanguna ang local legend sa longboard event kung saan nasa 40 international surfers ang sumali. Target din ni Esquivel na makapasok siya sa 2024 Paris Olympics. Balik basketball tayo sa PBA naman. Early leaders sa Governor's Cup ang Converge, Talk and Text at Meralco matapos ang back-to-back wins. May isang panalo rin ang NLEX habang 1-1 ang Blackwater pagkatapos ng Friday games. Wala pang mga panalo ang Terra Firma, Phoenix, Rain or Shine at Northport. Naghihintay naman debut games ang mga koponan ng SMC. At yan po ang ating mga buod sa mundo ng palakasan sa Sports Weekly Highlights. Naku, sabi ko nga kanina, ang dami pong nagbago sa isang iglip mata, sa isa lamang pong sandali. Kapapasok pa lamang ng taong 2023, napakarami na po ang nangyayari. Ang isa na nga dyan ay yung pinalitan si Coach Leo Austria. Ako po ito personal ko lamang alam niyo po si Leo Austria, matagal ko pong nakasama yan. At ako po ang nagrekomenda kay Coach Leo na maging head coach ng San Miguel. Totoo lang ho ayaw po ito talaga nung araw. Pero napatunayan po ni Coach Leo na siya po ay karapat-dapat maging coach ng San Miguel Beer. Sabi nila sometimes lucky is better than good. Pero ako naniniwala ako sa taglay na galing ni Coach Leo Austria. As a matter of fact, marami na tayong naririnig. Matagal na gusto nilang palitan si Coach Leo. Abay, kahit nagpapapanalo, may mga ganong mga bali-balita. Yun, natuluyan na nga. Bagamat kahit po nanalo siya nung All-Filipino Championship, siya po rin po ay napalitan dahil sa hindi daw na magandang paglalaro nitong Commissioner's Cup. Ang sinasabi nila sa kanilang press release ay sabbatical. Aba, hindi ko alam. Dahil sumagot na po si Bangon Austria, yung anak ni Coach Leo, na tila kinokontra yung pong mga pananalita ng SMB management. Hindi po natin alam ang tunay na storya tungkol dyan, pero ako po'y naniniwala na si Coach Leo ay hindi pa po tapos sa pagko-coach. I think marami pa pong ibubuga at sayang na, at siya po ay napalitan. So ngayon, masusubukan ang bagong coach na dati na pong nag-coach yan, si George Gallant. Nag-coach po yan sa Pure Foods, napunta rin po sa San Miguel. Masusubukan natin kung talagang tama yung kanilang binabatang si George Gallant. So ito po ang ating pupulsuhan ngayong araw na to. Maganda po itong pulsuhan. Sang-ayon ba kayo na palitan si Coach Leo bilang head coach ng SMB? Simple-simple lang po. Tama ba na panalitan si Coach Leo ng SMB? Ito pong Pulso ng Bayan, hatid sa inyo ng Chooks to Go, nag-iisang manok ng bayan. Kung meron po kayong kuro-kuro, ipadala lamang po ninyo sa aming Facebook page o di kaya sa aking Twitter account @Noli Iyala. Mamaya po babasahin natin ang inyong mga komentaryo. Alright mga kapatid, tuloy-tuloy po tayo. Of course, isang paalala mula sa ating mga kaibigan mula sa Joyride Super App. Nagbabalik po ang Joyride Super App Top Up Promo. Napakadali po para manalo ng 1,000 e-wallet credits mula po sa Joyride. I-download lamang ang latest version ng Joyride Super App. Bagong-bago po yan na marami po kaming features na inilagay dyan sa Joyride Super App. Kuhanan ng screenshot ang inyong pong app's home screen, ilagay ang inyong pangalan, ipadala yung screenshot na yan sa Power and Play FB page via private message. Isama nyo po ang inyong buong pangalan at registered mobile number sa Joyride account at mamaya po kami pipili ng 5 mananalo ng 1,000 pesos JR Pay wallet credits. Mamaya po yan mula sa Joyride Super App Top Up Promo sa Power and Play. Alright mga kapatid, handa na tayo sa ating pambungad na segment dito sa ating show every Saturday, ang ating paboritong Fast Take.
Power and Play with Noli Iyala.
At ang Fast Take ay hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Tigo. It's fun to drive. At ngayong araw pong ito, mga balik Fast Takers ang ating makakasama. Walang iba kundi si Ray Hoble ng Manila Times at si Carlo Sacamos ng Spin.ph. Magandang umaga, Ray and Carlo. Thanks for joining us sa Power and Play sa Fast Take.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ray. Good morning. Carlo, good morning.
Good morning. Actually, first time ko dito but thank you for...
Oo nga, alam ko, ikaw nga ang first timer. Kaya ako'y natutuwa na makakasama namin ikaw ngayon. And alam ko, ako gustong-gusto ko yung mga bata na mga sports journalist. Si Ray, hindi naman matanda yan. Bata pa rin yan. Talagang... Although matagal na kami nagsama nitong si Ray. Before we get to the issues, gentlemen, gusto ko lang matanong kayo. Unang-una, ikaw Ray, siguro, I wanna ask you, tungkol dito sa Strong Realty Group na ngayon ay naglalaro sa Dubai International Tournament. Ganda ng kanilang first win. Nanalo sila kahapon kontra UAE. It is a lineup na, kumbaga, chapsuy. Talagang pinagsama-sama. They are the defending champions. Ano sa tingin mo ang ating tsansa dyan sa Dubai, Ray?
Well, malaki ang chances niya na Pong, no? Kasi alam naman natin, itong Stronghold Group, it's the same concept being used by Mighty Sports, di ba? Nung previous tournaments na sinasabihan nila sa major international tournaments, be it Dubai International Tournament or William Jones Cup, no? And yung ginagawa kasi nila is more of hand-picking players, eh. Hindi naman sila yung isang buong team na naglalaro for a long time, no? So this is just a selection of team. So ang maganda nangyayari sa kanila, no? So they have selected the players that they needed. And so far, so good for them.
Oo. At talaga mabigat ang kanilang mga kinuhang, lalong-lalo na yung mga imports. Nick Young, si Swaggy P, si Renaldo Balkman, and of course, si Shabazz Mohamed. Mamaya makakapanayam natin si Charles Tiu at si Balkman. Just before they played, nakausap ko siya. Carlo, isang tanong. Ang Governors Cup ay nagsimula na sa PBA at nakikita natin ang early results. So far, sino ang pinaka-impressive para sa iyo, Carlo, sa mga imports and of course sa mga teams?
Sa mga imports, siguro si Jalen Hudson, first yun sa TNT, is already shown he's as good as advertised. And yun nga, showing with their first 2 games, and they now have the lead early in the standings. And sa team, siguro Converge.
Oo.
Like what you said earlier sa start of the program, yun, dalawang import na agad sila, but they've quickly adjusted. First yung si Ethan Rusbach, but now yung si Franklin naman yung second game. But even with the change of imports, they have immediately adjusted, and they've shown that they parang yun, if you can buy into the system of Coach Aldin Ayo, parang good things can only happen.
Tama yan. At maganda ang ginawa ng Converge. Kaagad silang nagpalit. Alam mo, that's what I like about the management ng Converge. Very dynamic, ang bilis magdesisyon, and talagang they understand the game of sports. Of course, nandiyan naman si Chito Salud, kaya alam na alam niya ang takbo ng labanan dyan sa PBA. Alright. Carlo, si Ray, alam ng patakaran dito sa Fast Take. Ikaw, Carlo, bibrief kita. Dito, walang tama, walang mali. Bato-bato sa langit, tamaan, wag magagalit. And of course, ang opinion ninyo ang mahalaga. Yan lang. Kasi alam ko naman, kayo nasa likod ng mga headlines pagdating sa sports. So, 3 issue to. I'll give you 1 minute to talk about it. Whatever you wanna say, nasa sa iyo on stage. So, let's start with our first issue of the morning. Alam natin na lumabas na ang lineup o yung pool, 24-man pool ng Gilas Pilipinas. At napakaganda nung kanilang inilabas na pool para sa 6th window. So ang tanong, sinong baguhang player ang gusto ninyong mapabilang sa final lineup ng Gilas Pilipinas para sa huling window ng FIBA World Cup Qualifiers? I'll begin with Ray. 1 minute, Ray. Go!
As far as new players in the Gilas pool, I was actually looking for somebody who can be a YL Arakji stopper. A role that was played by Gabe Norwood through the years, no? But then again, looking at Gilas roster now, we have a bundle of players playing that position in the PBA. So I'm more curious to see Mason Amos, yung Phil Aussie player, who can add additional size para dito sa ating Gilas Pilipinas.
Very good choice. And we know, we've seen clips ni Mason Amos, and I'm also very interested. Carlo, same issue. Sinong bagong player dun sa lineup, dun sa pool, ang gusto mong makita dyan sa final lineup ng Gilas Pilipinas come February? 1 minute, Carlo. Go!
Actually, same kami ni Sir Ray, na si Mason Amos din yung gusto ko makita. Kasi, yun nga, like what you said, we've seen a glimpse of him sa FIBA Asian Under-18 dun sa Iran last August. And yun, he immediately stood out sa lahat ng atin. And ang pinaka nag-stand out sa akin yung 2.8. Chinek ko yung averages na he averaged 2.8 3-pointers and 44.7% yung kanyang 3-point shooting. So, siguradong stretch forward to pagdating sa international play. But yun, ang question dito is, can he carry over that outstanding performance sa seniors level? And ang pinaka-interesting dito, if he can have that same immediate impact like siguro what Carl Tamayo did when he made his seniors debut in just a few years ago, when he also stood out in his Gilas Pilipinas seniors men's debut. Yun, Kom.
Exactly. Talagang Mason Amos talagang ay naghahanap ng or nakaka-attract ng attention ngayon. And I think it's going to be very interesting how he is used. Batang-bata itong player na to. And of course, Ang kinakatakutan ko lang dyan, makikita kagad ng mga kuponan at mabibigyan ng offer ng maaga para umalis ng Pilipinas. I'm also very interested with Shawnee Winston. Alam mo, yung taga Lasal na high-scoring forward. He's a deadly shooter from the perimeter. That's a guy na gusto kong makita how he can play in an international game. So, young players and a lot of future para sa Philippine basketball. Alright, let's go to our second issue of the morning. Itong pangalawang issue natin ay tungkol sa NBA. Another listahan. Dung una, Gilas Pilipinas na listahan. Ito yung NBA All-Star na listahan. Lumabas na ang starters ng All-Star Game para sa East and West. At of course, maraming natuwa. Meron ding mga na-disappoint. So ang tanong, sa tingin ninyo, sino ang pinakamalaking NBA All-Star starter snub ngayong taon na to? I'll begin with you, Carlo. 1 minute. Go!
Yes, Kom. Yung marami nagsasabi siguro si Joel Embiid, but for me, sa West tayo, sa akin si Domantas Sabonis. Kasi yun nga, he's the leading, not just the second leading scorer, but he leads the team in rebounds and assists. He's a big man, Kom, but he leads the team in assists with 7.3 assists. So he's the main playmaker on a team that has, as of yesterday, that's running third in the West with a 27-20 record. So, tatlong panalo na lang sila ko, match nila yung win total nila last year, and they are poised to end a long 16-year playoff drought. So, I feel he's more than siguro the Aaron Fox na the point guard nila. I think si Sabonis is more deserving than siguro Zion Williamson na nakuha sa one of the frontcourt players, one of the 3 frontcourt players ng Western All-Stars.
I share with that. Alam mo, yung si Sabonis, mga kapatid, of course, anak ng legendary Arvydas Sabonis, one of the best big men, passing big men sa NBA today. Same issue, Ray. Sa tingin mo, sino ang pinakamalaking na-snub na starter pagdating sa NBA All-Star? 1 minute, Ray. Go!
Alam mo, in every All-Star game naman, be it the NBA or the PBA, there's always going to be somebody who's going to be left out, no? And nakita ko nga yan as early as the 80s, si Magic Johnson mismo, na-dislodge siya sa starting unit. There was a time. He was dislodged by Fat Lever sa Western All-Star noon, ng time na yun, no? But in this year's All-Star, I just felt that Joel Embiid is too good to be passed up para dito sa starter role.
Well, I'm a big fan of Philadelphia. Joel Embiid is the leading scorer in the NBA, and they have the longest winning streak right now in Philadelphia because of Joel Embiid and James Harden. And I really think that si Embiid should have been part of that. I'm not saying na meron dapat natanggal dun sa 5 ng East. It's just that I think mali na ang sistema ng NBA. Dapat positionless na ang NBA. I think it was an issue of the system rather than the personalities involved. Zion Williamson, of course, ang daming injuries. I agree with Carlo. I think maybe Zion is not as deserving. He is popular, but he may not be as deserving as some other NBA starters. Alright, malalaman natin of course yung mga lineup niyan very, very soon. Alright, let's go to our third and final issue of the morning. Nako, ito ay patungkol pa rin sa basketball. Kanina napabalita nga natin na lumipat na yung dating Ateneo Blue Eaglet na si Francis Lebron Lopez. Dapat yan ay lalaro sa overtime elite, pero bumalik, hindi nakapaglaro, at ngayon daw ay pumunta na sa UP Fighting Maroon. So ang tanong, ano ang impact para sa Ateneo, UP at sa UAAP ng desisyon ni Lebron Lopez na lumipat ng team? I'll start with you, Ray. 1 minute. Go!
Recruitment has always been a crucial part in the development of young players. And we've seen that changes through the years, no? And there was a time when Lasal was solid in recruitment, so was San Beda and then Ateneo. But over the past 3 or 4 years, we've seen how UP has changed the course of recruitment, and that has played a big part in Francis Lopez's decision to change colors from blue to maroon.
Oo, well, we will see kung talagang ano ang magiging tulong niya. Alam naman natin na wala si Carl Tamayo, si Save Lucero, and of course, si Henry Galinato dyan sa UP. Same issue, Carlo. Anong impact kung meron man para sa Ateneo, UP at UAAP in general ang desisyon ni Lopez na lumipat ng team? 1 minute, Carlo. Go!
I think basically it levels the playing field. Siyempre, Ateneo is the defending champion and the move of one of their incoming stars na agad, siyempre, it levels the playing field to the previous champion. So I think it solidifies the reputation of both Ateneo and UP as the, siyempre, favorites pa rin coming into the next season. But I think ang pwedeng tanong dito, why did Francis move? Ang tingin ko, kasi sa Ateneo, si Kai Balungay na lang yung meron pang firm na mga kalaban sa si Kai Balungay sa spot niya, and I think sa UP, si James Spencer na lang yung feeling kong mga kalaban niya for small forward minutes. So I think I have more minutes dito si Francis sa UP. But ang pinaka-question dito is he going to be eligible, di ba, after he signed with the Prep to Pro League noong 2021.
yan ang tamang sinabi mo, Carlo. I think, in other words, as sinasabi niyo, this is just a basketball move. It's got nothing to do with, I suppose, other things except that basketball in his career mas maganda para kay Francis Lopez na lumipat ng UP dahil nga nabakante yung mga pwestong papasukan niya. But ang bigger question dito is really kung siya ay makakalaro, because ang rumor is pumirma siya, although hindi siya nakakuha ng visa, hindi siya nakatuloy sa Amerika, hindi siya nakapaglaro. So ang tanong, pagka pumirma ka ba ng isang professional contract, ikaw ba ay professional na? And that will be tackled by the UAAP board. Very, very interesting ang magiging sitwasyon ni Francis Lopez. Well, gentlemen, again, very, very entertaining, very enlightening. Ray, Carlo, huwag kang madadala. Carlo, sana lagi kang sumama sa amin dito sa Fast Take. Maraming salamat and have a good morning. Have a fantastic weekend sa inyong dalawa.
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks, Tom.
Maraming salamat. Mga kaibigan, ang ating mga kasama sa Hanap Buhay, walang iba kundi si Ray Hoble at si Carlo Sacamos. Talagang pagdating sa mga ganitong usapin, yan ang mga gusto nating naririnig ang mga komentaryo. Alright mga kapatid, let's, before tayo mag-break, isa muna pong paalala sa ating mga kaibigan mula sa SMART. Puso Pilipinas is a movement to celebrate the Filipino athlete powered by SMART. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Get a chance to win exclusive Puso Pilipinas merch by sharing their Facebook page in your social media accounts with hashtag Puso Pilipinas. The Giga Life app is the latest mobile app from Smart that lets you discover and enjoy your passions with the different Giga promos. It can be downloaded and used by Smart Postpaid, Smart Prepaid, Bro Prepaid, and TNT subscribers via the Apple or Google Play Store. What can the Giga Life app do for me? Check your balance, monitor your current subscription, top up using debit credit card, subscribe to the latest Giga promos, monitor your data consumption, auto-detect your mobile number when you are connected to Smart Network one-tap subscription to the most popular offer, Giga Video 99. And of course, Power and Play is powered by Smart. Live Smart! Sa amin pong pagbabalik, ang mga kasama natin, yung mga nando na sa Dubai, si Coach Charles Tiu at Renaldo Balkman ng Strong Realty Group sa Power and Play. Ito po ang Power and Play hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Loom, Cherry Tigo, Chooks to Go at ng True Religion.
I dare to dream big, to be a voice of my generation, to inspire resilience in the face of roadblocks. And in sharing my stories, I let others share in my passion.
Follow Kai's stories on Twitter and share yours with Smart Double Giga Stories. Share 2 times the passion with 2 gigabytes for Twitter and more. Guaranteed every day, plus data for all sites.
Simple, smart ako.
Nag-uumapaw sa real chicken juice. Naswak sa panlasa ng buong pamilya. Available in sweet roast, pepper roast, at harissa roast variants. Chooks to go. Masarap kahit walang sauce. Tawag na sa Chooks to Go Delivery Hotline 8687-1010 o online sa chookstogodelivery.com or via GrabFood at Foodpanda.
Magbabalik sa ilang sandali ang programang hindi nyo mabitawan sa 92.3 News FM, Radio 5. NBA fans, you're all invited to watch all your favorite NBA players in one epic exhibition event. Celebrity Game, Rising Stars Challenge, Slam Dunk Contest, 72nd NBA All-Star Saturday Night, and more. Catch all the fun and exciting happenings at the 2023 NBA All-Star Game from February 18 to 20 on TV5 and One Sports. Always a fan of the NBA.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Daig daw ng binubuenas ang sinuswerte. Kaya ibalik ang swerte ng punong-puno ng positivity with good vibes. Araw-araw alas 7 hanggang alas 8 ng gabi dito sa 92.3 News FM, Radio 5.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Bigatin! Best friend natin ang mas isuot para ligtas. Ingatan ang kamay maghugas bago pumasok sa class. Sa pila wag dikit-dikit, dumistansya para iwas sakit. Laging open ang window para maganda ang airflow. Ikaw at ako ang pitikit, sa COVID di pa dadaig. Sa ligtas na pagbabalik, sama-sama maging pitikit.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Your favorite NBA is back. Catch the thrilling season of the NBA every Monday and Friday on One Sports and every Saturday and Sunday on TV5. Always a fan of the NBA. Tutukan gabi-gabi ang malalimang pagsisiyasat ng mga napapanahong balita. Hihimayin ang iba't ibang anggulo para sa mas malawak na diskusyon at impormasyon. Samahan sina Ed Lingao at Mian Los Baños mula sa Frontline tonight, Lunes hanggang Biyernes, 10:35 p.m. sa TV5.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Nangunguna sa balita at impormasyon, tulong at inspirasyon. Ito ang bago at totoong tunog ng serbisyo publiko para sa bawat Pilipino. Mas pinalakas, mas pinalawak na AM sa FM 92.3 News FM, Radio 5. Radio 5. Balik tayo sa programang inaabangan nyo sa 92.3 News FM, Radio 5. Kami ang bagong tunog ng serbisyo publiko.
Power and Play Team na sa Radyo 5 92.3 News FM.
Nagbabalik po ang Power and Play. Kinakamusta po natin lahat ng mga nanonood over 1PH on Signal TV. Gusto ko po mag-hello kay Dan Esmundo of Haskell, Philippines, dyan po sa Cagayan de Oro na ngayon po ay nakatutok sa atin sa Power and Play. Magandang umaga, mayong buntag sa lahat po ng mga nanonood sa atin sa Cagayan de Oro. Alright, mga kapatid, nagsimula na po ang 2023 Dubai International Basketball Championship dyan po sa United Arab Emirates at naglalaro na po ang koponan ng Pilipinas representing the Philippines, yung Strong Realty Group na tinatawag na defending champion. In fact, they just won their game yesterday and just before, on the eve of their first game, nakapanayan po natin ang kanilang head coach, ang batang-bata pero napakahusay. I have very, very high respect for Coach Charles Tiu. Nakapanayan po natin siya kasama ang isa sa kanyang super imports, ang dating San Miguel Beerman and of course ABL champion as well na si Renaldo Balkman. Ito po ang ating interview with the Strong Realty Group dyan po sa Dubai. As mentioned, kasama na po natin ang head coach of the Strong Realty Group in Dubai, no other than Coach Charles Tiu, and of course a very familiar face to Philippine basketball fans, Renaldo Balkman. Thanks for joining us, gentlemen, from Dubai. I'll begin with you, Coach Charles. How good is it to be back in Dubai?
Oh, it's very nice, Comnoli. I know, the very first time the Philippines started playing here was during your time with Smart Gilas. So, it's an honor always to represent the country. We'll try to compete right now. We've dealt with a lot of issues, but we're here now, and we hope to put on a good show for the fans.
Well, that's really great news, and I know whenever Charles is there, because Coach Charles has had the experience of being with Gilas, so I absolutely know that he knows the expectations of You formed a young Pinoy squad with high-profile veterans that will reinforce the team. This includes, of course, Renaldo Balkman and Shabazz Muhammad, and a very popular name, Swaggy P. Nick Young. How is the team gelling? How long have you practiced? How long have you gotten the team together?
Well, we started January 10, but not everybody was here yet. Some guys slowly came in. To be honest, we've had 0 complete practices. We're about to have one today, right before our first game, but everybody just arrived 2 hours ago, so try to figure that out. But the chemistry-wise, I think the team pretty much gets along, so that's a good sign. Hopefully, we can continue to build the chemistry as the season or as the tournament goes on, because that's going to be key for us.
Right. Well, we have Renaldo Balkman back with us. Renaldo, I was asking you, what do you miss most about Dubai?
Oh, man, defending our crown. I love Dubai as a country in a whole, but we're here for a reason, and we're here to win it. We're here to defend our championship. And look, just come out here, have fun, and do what we got to do, and represent the Philippines.
Talking about that, defending the crown, of course, you won it in 2020 under another name, and Renaldo was the MVP of that particular championship. Do you feel some kind of pressure, knowing that you were the defending champions, and obviously that was a different team, but is there pressure, Renaldo?
No, I don't think it's pressure. I think it's pressure for everybody else, because they got to beat us to win, and we got to go out there and just play the basketball how we know how to play basketball, play together as a team, and like I said, have fun with it. We walked out of here last time we was here number 1, so we got to. If we do what we need to do this time, we'll walk out here number 1 again, and I have confidence in my team that we will walk out here number 1.
Well, the team was formed by Coach Charles. And Coach, let me ask you about the team itself. I know, and many, of course, all of the Filipino fans know that you had included Ange Kwame as part of the team, and obviously, because of the news of an injury, because of what has happened to him, you have lost him for this tournament. How big is that, and how are you making adjustments?
Well, that's a big loss for us. Ronaldo's been asking me nonstop to get another big man. It's a bit too late right now. Kevin Kembal will replace him. He's not as big, but I think he can help us. And to be honest, I formed this team around Ange. Obviously, Ronaldo was a lock for me, as you said. He was the best player in this tournament. And we haven't lost a game together, believe it or not. I don't want to jinx it, but
7-0 last time out. Let's 7-0, right?
yeah,
don't jinx it.
Jones Cup, we also pretty much won. But when I got Angela and Ronaldo, I thought maybe I could get another a bit smaller, more forward. I was looking at forward for my import hens, Nick and Shabazz. So because Ange would give us some size, but losing Ange is kind of like, we're a bit smaller. To be honest, Ronaldo measures at 6'6", so we got like all the split our team 6'6". I got 3 or 4 of them, but we're small, so we find other ways to win.
Well, I asked this about
6'6" but strong. 6'6".
Yeah, there you go. 6'6" but strong. Yeah, I know. But I asked Ronaldo about this, and he said there is really no pressure. The pressure should be on the competition. You agree, Coach Charles?
I don't know, man. I wish I had Ronaldo's confidence.
I mean, like you say, I'm playing for a legendary coach, Coach Charles, and I've been 7-0 since we played. So I mean, not to get the worst out of us losing, but I think we're gonna win the whole thing and go undefeated again. Look. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I haven't lost yet with legendary Coach Charles, so look.
All right.
The pressure's on them.
Okay, let me ask you about that. You said and both of you acknowledged the fact that you haven't lost together. What makes your pairing, this tandem, this partnership really click? Ronaldo, what do you like about Coach Charles?
I mean, he's a player coach. In my eyes, he let us go out there and as we see the game, he lets us play. He doesn't yell too much, and I kind of help him out for the yelling. For other guys to get in their right spots. But he's a great coach. Look, I love playing for him. I mean, I can't say nothing but the best for him, man. He's been legendary since I've been with him. So.
All right. Well, on the other hand, Coach, we know what the name Renaldo Balkman represents in basketball, from the NBA to the PBA, and of course in the international circuit. But for your team, when you've handled him, what does he represent to you?
Oh man, he's been great. Such a great leader for our team. And when I first was recruiting him to play for us back then, I was like, can I handle him? I called Jimmy Alapag. Jimmy says, no, he's good. And since then, Ronaldo's been like utmost professional player. In fact, some of the top international coaches who've come in and watched our practices were like, man, you're lucky to have Ronaldo. He polices everybody. That's why I don't have to yell, because he'll do all the yelling for me. Players respect him. He demands respect, and he pushes. And, say what you want. He isn't as young as he was before, but he doesn't take days off. He's working hard every practice and competing. And the competitive nature is really what impresses me. Even in a scrimmage in practice, he always wants to win. He gets hot-headed sometimes when he loses, but he's cool. We need guys like that, and he just finds ways. I mean, he's 6'6", but he plays like he's 6'10".
All right. Well, what is the difference, Coach Charles, with this version of your team in Dubai now against compared to the version that won it 3 years ago, practically?
Ooh, can I be honest? I think we had a much stronger team back then. We had Andre Blatch, who basically had no matchup here, and he was playing as a local. And then I'm bringing a lot of college kids right now. I know back then I was also bringing college kids, but 30s played so long. Jamie Malonzo at that time was already 25 with a ton of experience. We had way more athleticism, way more size. And I thought we had better pieces to defend. But this team, maybe offensively, we're a better shooting team. And I think my imports are better scorers overall than what I had in the past. But that remains to be seen as we play our first game real soon.
Excellent point. And obviously, the loss of Kwame has really left a big void for everyone to pitch in. And when you talk about this team, Coach Charles, what kind of game do you want to bring in that tournament? Knowing the competition, knowing your experience in 2020, is it going to be different this time around?
Well, I know number one, as Ronaldo said, we have a target on our back. Teams would want to beat us. They respect us right now. Maybe then they didn't think we'd have a chance to win. some of the guys like see Araki of Lebanon, the lefty pointer, he was messaging me. He's like, "Well, you guys are bringing all the NBA players, huh?" So they all know they'll be ready. But I think our team has to be ready for the physicality. Kasi medyo iba yung physicality dito sa Middle Eastern League. They're so physical. That's one. And you have to be able to defend. And offense, they can do whatever they want. We have enough firepower, but we have to find a way to get back on defense and rebound, basically.
Ronaldo, what do you like about this team? It's a totally different team from what you had in 2020. But what particularly do you like about it so far?
It's a group of young guys. Like the coach said, a lot of college players. But I like the core group now because they want to win, and they practice hard. I love the energy. It's a lot of the first time competing, outside of college into professional against a group of with men and boys in college. But I like the group of guys, like I said, because of the energy, man. They come out and play hard every day in practice, scrimmages, and they love the game of basketball. And hopefully this tournament, they leave it all on the court and give it all, and we come out with a win.
Coach Charles, it's a day before the tournament. You've said that you haven't had a full practice with the entire team. Outside of that, what is the biggest concern for your team right now?
Oh, staying healthy, number one. Making sure my imports don't break down because we're going to need them. And my biggest concern, would be size. We have to find a way to rebound against those big boys. If we're able to do that, though, I think we could really compete. Because, again, we have a lot of talent offensively. And just a lot of the guys adjusting because a bunch of these, or mostly all my college kids, haven't really played internationally. So really the first crack. Maybe Kevin Kiambao has for Gilas, but he's been with us one day. Not even. He hadn't practiced. He played in a tune-up game. I didn't know if he'd get his visa. It came, so he's just, those little things. We've gone through. I personally have had so much things to deal with apart from coaching, but I hope I can put it all behind and just focus on basketball right now.
Well, I have a lot of faith in you, and of course, I'm sure the owners of Strong Realty have too. Ronaldo, you've seen the competition. These are the top teams in the Middle East. How do you like it? And of course, who do you think is your biggest concern in terms of the competition there?
It doesn't really worry me, to be honest with you. I'm a confident person. I'm confident in my team. Listen, they had doubts about us last year. We probably was the underdogs, and we came out with a win. I know it was a lot bigger, but like you said, I feel like we're a better team this year. We have a lot of our imports. They're scorers, better shooters. Not to take away from what we did already before. We had great players. Everybody did a good job, but this time it's going to be the same competition that we played with. A couple more new imports from the other teams, I guess. But look, if we play hard and play together, and like I said, if we can win the rebound matches and play our defense, we'll come out with all the wins. For me. So,
all right. Well, you're talking about your teammates and, of course, the imports that are with you. As I mentioned at the top of the interview, these are high-profile veterans that you're bringing in. So let me ask your impressions, first of all, about Shabazz Muhammad. There was a very interesting story that came out in Spin that you were supposed to swap places with Meralco a couple of years ago, but you were over the height limit, and that's why it never happened. But now that you're teammates, what do you think about Shabazz?
Man, listen. I love Shabazz. He's a great player. Young, he's definitely younger than all us. He has a lot of upside to him. His offensive game is crazy. He just goes. He plays hard every possession, and he doesn't take no possessions off. And that's what I love about him. Great guy though, man. Look, he's gonna be good for us, I think. And you got to play together.
Nick Young is, of course, a very familiar name to many Filipino fans. He's pretty much one of the more contemporary NBA players, and of course, his nickname alone brings a lot Yeah, swag would be a lot of memories.
Swag.
What do you think of Nick Young? And now that you're teammates, how do you think will you be playing together?
He played in the highest level of basketball. I mean, I'm not sure, but this is his first internationally games or that he's played in a while, if he played one. But he's played in a lot of games, and he knows how to play basketball. I mean, at the end of the day, we all can gel together. He's one of our shooters. He's definitely another leader. He's been out there, 12, 13 years in the league. That can bring all the leadership to the team as well as me. I think he'll be a great part of what we do here in Dubai this year. But that's it.
Well, Coach Charles, you've seen these imports. First of all, aside from the offense that we all know they can bring, what led you to bringing Renaldo and Nick and Shabazz together? What brought them together here?
Well, number one, Ronaldo's a winner, man. We have to have him in every team. I mean, just what he brings to the table. I think we've talked about that, so he's a given. Nick was an interesting choice. And we saw him. He's saying he wanted to come out of the Philippines. So I asked the bosses, "Do you want to try to make it happen?" And we reached out, and he said yes. Obviously his offensive touch is still there. Maybe just needs to get in a bit of better shape defensively, but he can score. And then Shabazz, when I was still in Meralco, he scored 60 points against us. So I'm like, okay, I got to get this guy. I mean, I was sure what I was going to get with Balk. I wasn't so sure yet with Nick because, he hadn't played in a while, as Balk said. So I had to get a guy that I knew would be ready, would be in shape, and would be able to score. So that's why we decided to take Shabazz. And he's been a pleasant surprise, man. I mean, his attitude, for some reason, seems like people think he's a bad guy or has a bad rep, but man, he's been great, as Balk said, and he plays so hard. So I really like Shabazz.
And your locals, Coach Charles, you've brought in some very young players, including one of the top point guards of the collegiate ranks, Jerome Lastimosa, and of course JD Cagulangan, who is a big-time winner in the UAAP. So far, are they as good as they have been advertised?
Yeah, Jerome's been great. Man, he can really get buckets. I mean, he has the freedom to do that. My big question mark, though, for him will be, can he defend these guys who are more physical than him and at the international game? But it's a good test for him because, he's not part of the Gilas pool, so at least he'll get a crack at that. Cagulangan came late. He came on the 18th, but the moment he arrived, he's made an impact. He's a hound dog defensively, and I think the imports love playing with him because he's a pass-first guy and he tries to look for everybody. So it surprised me. To be honest, I wasn't sure how Cagulangan would fare in this tournament, but now I'm confident that he'd be able to really help our team, and I'm glad he's part of our team.
Among the locals, Ronaldo, who has caught your attention? I mean, among these young guys that are playing with you for the first time.
Man, I'm still, to be honest with you, I'm still learning everybody's names. But, yeah. But, it's not just one person. It's right. All of them. Like, all of them, except the one guy that you named, he was in Japan, right? Playing the point guard.
Who was this? Cagulangan? No, Cagulangan.
I know Jerome. Not Jerome. Yeah. What's the other one name? The other one.
JD?
Yeah, JD? him. But besides him, but like all the guys, man, is coming from the college, man. Like it's no one player, like it's no iron team. So for them, it's about being together. Is you know what I'm saying? As a whole, like they all can play, not one better than the other. And like I say, I just try to bring the best out of all of them. Every time we step on the court.
All right. Well, I wanna just ask you, Coach Charles. It's been a great 2022 for you. Of course, you were in the NCAA finals. You brought your team there, and of course, back in 2020, you won the Dubai Championship. So, you have been building your reputation, and obviously, you've been winning. But personally, Coach Charles, what do you hope to gain personally from this tournament again in Dubai?
To be honest, I don't know how this is gonna sound, but I just love basketball. I just want to have fun. I mean, to me, it's the whole experience. building relationships and getting to know the story. I mean, I've been with Balt for a while, but hearing stories like we were just talking about his Puerto Rico World Cup stint in 2019, just a lot. I mean, I never heard those. So just learning more about these players and learning about life. That's all it is to me. I just enjoy basketball. I mean, and I'm just glad to compete, glad to represent the Philippines, and hopefully we can bring some joy to the fans. And of course, trying to learn every day and get better as a coach.
Ronaldo, you were the most valuable player, as I mentioned, in 2020. Is that part of your goal, returning to Dubai? How does that figure into your performance, into your plans for this particular tournament this year?
Hey, like you said, man, I want to come out here and have fun with it. Listen, I'm still doing that at my age. They call me an old man, but I'm still competing with the best of them. And to still be playing basketball right now, man, it's a blessing, and to come back to Dubai, and to defend the championship, man, that's what I wanted to do that from a long time ago before COVID hit. If we had a chance, I always told them, like, look, if we go back, I want to be a part of it, man, and try to make this thing a legacy out this coming to Dubai. But I mean, just to come out here and have fun, man, like you said, and enjoy it. Enjoy the life of basketball, and to where the world of basketball can take you. You can travel many places around the world playing ball, and look, and we're here. We're here in Dubai again to do something that we love to do.
Absolutely. So, listening to you, Ronaldo. Yan po mga kaibigan ang ating interview with Coach Charles Tiu and super import Renaldo Balkman ng Strong Realty Group na ngayon ay naglalaro dun sa 32nd Dubai International Basketball Championship. We wish them all the best. Of course, they're representing the Philippines, and I hope lahat po ng ating mga kababayan dyan sa Dubai will come out and support our team, hoping to win back-to-back championships dyan sa very prestigious international tournaments sa Middle East. Alright, before we take a break, silipin muna natin mga kapatid ang ating mundo ng pop culture at viral videos sa mundo ng palakasan sa Stop and Pop.
Power and Play with Noli Iyala.
Ito dapat ang title nito, ituliro. Paalala po bawal matulala pagdating sa basketball. Ito, panoorin niyo po ito mga kapatid. Ito ay isang video tungkol sa isang bata na akala i-layup. Si kuya nakatingin lang sa kanya. Yung pala, pinake siya at ipinasa sa kanyang mukha yung bola, kaya dire-diretso yung bola sa kanyang mukha. Ayun, sa pool. Sa basketball po, hindi lamang player dapat ang alert, pati yung mga nanonood dapat ay hindi natutulala. Baka mamaya may bola na sa mukha. At yan po ang ating viral video sa Stop and Pop. Sa atin pong pagbabalik live sa Power and Play, makakasama natin head coach ng Gilas Pilipinas, Coach Chot Reyes. Ito po ang Power and Play, hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Loom, Cherry Tigo, Chooks to Go at ng True Religion. Ang oras po natin 9:03 ng umaga.
I dare to dream big, to be a voice of my generation, to inspire resilience in the face of roadblocks. And in sharing my stories, I let others share in my passion.
Follow Kai's stories on Twitter and share yours with Smart Double Giga Stories. Share 2 times the passion with 2 gigabytes for Twitter and more. Guaranteed every day. Plus data for all sites.
Simple, smart ako.
umapaw sa real chicken juice na swak sa panlasa ng buong pamilya. Available in sweet roast, pepper roast, at harissa roast variants. Chooks to go. Masarap kahit walang sauce. Tawag na sa Chooks to Go Delivery Hotline 8687-1010 o online sa chookstogodelivery.com or via GrabFood at Foodpanda.
Magbabalik sa ilang sandali ang programang hindi nyo mabitawan sa 92.3 News FM, Radyo 5.
Tutukan gabi-gabi ang malalimang pagsisiyasat ng mga napapanahong balita. Hihimayin ang iba't ibang anggulo para sa mas malawak na diskusyon at impormasyon. Samahan sina Ed Lingao at Mian Los Baños mula sa Frontline tonight, Lunes hanggang Biyernes, 10:35 p.m. sa TV5.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Bida, bidakin! B for best friend, ang math. I for ingatan, ang kamay. D for distansya, sa katabi. A for airflow, ligtas tayo. 3 B's ay laging tandaan. Bakuna, bayanihan. Bidakit, kaya mo yan. Halina't magtulungan. Ikaw at ako ang bidakit. Sa COVID di ba dadaig? Sa ligtas na pagbabalik. Sama-sama maging bidakit.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Na-miss mo ba ang game kagabi? Gusto mo bang malaman ang latest happening sa sports? Like and follow us on social media. Pwede mo nang balik-balikan ang mga paborito mong games anytime, kahit saan. At pwede mo nang i-share sa tropa. Dito lang tayo sa nag-iisang go-to tambayan ng lahat at One Sports PHL on social media.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Dahil hindi kasya ang isang oras, ang Power Play ay 2 oras na. Tunghayan ang lahat ng news and updates sa Philippine Sports kasama ang iba't ibang pangalan sa palakasan. Power and Play kasama niyo ako, Noli Iyala, tuwing Sabado mula alas 8 hanggang alas 10 na sa Radyo 5 92.3 News FM.
Mas pinalawak, mas pinalakas, mas pakikinggan sa buong Pilipinas. By land, by sea, and on air. Broadcasting live from the studios of Radyo 5 in Mega Manila. 25,000 watts ng balita, impormasyon, opinyon, inspirasyon para sa bawat Pilipino. 92.3 News FM, Radyo 5, Radyo 5. Ito ang totoong tunog ng serbisyo publiko. Balik tayo sa programang inaabangan nyo sa 92.3 News FM, Radio 5. Kami ang bagong tunog ng serbisyo publiko.
Power and Play Team na sa Radyo 5 92.3 News FM.
Naimbag nga bigat kada kayo amin sa lahat po ng ating mga kaibigan sa Ilocos Sur, lalong-lalo na po sa San Esteban, Ilocos Sur. Siya nga pala isa pong pakikiramay sa aking kaibigan na pumanaw noong isang araw, isa ko pong matalik na kaibigan si Roman R. Santos. Ang aking pong pakikiramay sa kanyang buong pamilya at sa lahat po ng kanyang iniwan, lalong-lalo na kanyang pong nag-iisang anak. Again, my condolences to Roman R. Santos' family. At this point mga kapatid, naglabas na po ang Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas ng kanilang Pilipinas Pool lineup o yung 24 na mga manalarong sasama o pwedeng ma-consider para sa FIBA Basketball World Cup Asian Qualifiers Window 6. Kamusta ang paghahanda? And of course, ang nangyayari sa ating national team. Ngayon pong araw na ito, makakasama natin walang iba kung hindi ang mismong head coach ng Gilas Pilipinas, Coach Chot Reyes. Magandang umaga, Coach Chot. Thanks for joining us.
Magandang umaga, Nolly. Good morning to all your listeners and viewers.
Thank you so much. Alam mo, a lot of things to get to, but before that, you have, I want to ask you just a little bit about, I know that you've temporarily left Talk and Text to focus sa Gilas Pilipinas. How is that? How has that helped you, Coach Chot, in terms of your focus, in terms of your time management, in terms of your entire feeling of being more relaxed?
Well, it's definitely it's a load off my shoulders, but I haven't completely left Talk and Text. I'm still there in every game, but I'm no longer seated on the bench. I attend practices. I help whenever the coaching staff needs me, but I allow them to do their work. I don't interfere in the scouting, in the game preparations. I give my input when asked, but I'm still around. So I haven't left, but
okay.
Except that I'm no longer seated in the bench. Kaya mas relaxed. Mas relaxing yung pakiramdam. Although namamalat pa rin ako kasi mas mahirap sigawan yung referee mula sa likod. Mas malayo eh.
Alam natin yan. Mas mahirap maging meron eh. Kumbaga. Pero Chot, ang tanong ko, no? Of course, sabi mo nga, involved ka pa rin. Were you involved in the selection of the import?
Yes. There were several names that we considered. And obviously they asked for my input as well. So we gave it. We had several other names in our list, pero puro unavailable. Some really good names, but
all right.
We're pretty happy with Jalen.
Your first assessment before I leave Talk and Text. Una mong assessment of the team. 2-0. A very hot start para sa inyo. Of course, Jalen Hudson has been terrific for the team. Your initial assessment so far?
I think the best way to put it, it's a work in progress. Not only is Jalen the new piece, we also have Justin Chua, and the fact that we're missing Poy Aram is huge for us as well. So it's a work in progress. I think, yes, we've won our first 2 games, but the defense remains a lot to be desired. So we have to continuously working on that. We have no disillusions around it. I think we have to play better and get better as the tournament goes on, to be able to compete with the big boys. These are tough teams that we've gone through, Phoenix and Rain or Shine, but they don't have the size of the the Ginebras and the San Miguel's, mga big boys talaga that remains to be seen if we can compete with those teams.
All right. Well, iwanan ko ang Talk and Text, and of course our main topic about Gilas Pilipinas, and naglabas na nga ng pool kayo, Coach Chot, and it's a combination of veterans at saka ng newbies, with of course the biggest addition being ang bago nating kababayan na si Justin Brownlee. How big was this, not only for Gilas but for Philippine sports, Coach?
Well, it's huge because we've had Justin in the pool for a while, except we could never name him officially. But even in the past windows, he's already been there practicing with us. Hindi na yan bago sa amin. So he's long professed his desire to be part of the pool. So now that it's been official, syempre it's a huge sigh of relief for the program. To have not only, we've always wanted this, right? We've always had the luxury of having some options. Now we have Justin, now we have Ange Kwame, and we all know we have Jordan Clarkson still there. So that's a huge plus for the entire program. So yeah.
Anong nakikita mo sa role ni Justin, Coach, in your system? Alam natin, of course, Coach Tim Con is also part of your coaching staff. But in your system, how do you foresee Justin playing out his role?
he is a very multifaceted player. He plays different positions for us. He will present. I think he will present the opposing teams different problems, a lot of matchup difficulties. But the best I think in terms of role, and I've always said this, the best thing about Justin is he's a great teammate. He just makes players around him better. And we see his points, we see his rebounds, but his value goes way beyond those numbers. And you will only really appreciate it when you see it regularly in practice. And the fact that he's a winner, he's won every time he's come here, I don't think is an accident. So
Do you think it came late? Do you think it came late yung pagiging naturalized ni Justin?
Well, I cannot comment on that, but I know there were efforts to do that in the past. So yeah, I don't know what the procedures were before I came here. But
all right.
Suffice to say that I'm very happy that we finally have been able to do that because we have a lot of competitions, di ba? Hindi lang naman ito.
Tama.
We have World Cup, we have SEA Games, we have Asian Games, dami pa nating lalaruan eh.
All right. Like kagaya na nabanggit ko, this is a combination of veterans and newbies. Let me talk a little bit about the veterans. Nagbabalik si Junmar Fajardo. I remember talking to you just before window 5 at sabi mo at the time you wanted to see the combination of Junmar and Kai Soto playing together. It did not happen dahil nga nagkasakit si Junmar. Now that he's back, what are your thoughts? And again, gaano kalaki ang pagbabalik ni Junmar?
Yeah, malaking bagay yun because he gives us the one thing that we do not have, that legitimate low post threat, right? You know naman how we play the game. We're not the biggest in Asia, so our chance really is to be able to spread the floor and use our quickness and our shooting ability against the bigger teams. But that's not to say that we should not have a low post threat because there are times when teams are shutting down our outside and our perimeter game, we need to be able to be versatile enough to have that inside attack. And Junmar gives us that. Oh. So having that is increases our versatility. Plus the fact yung veteran leadership, which is very important kasi nakikita natin now, especially yun ang dinadala ni Japet. Japet is really taking his leadership role very seriously in this team. And you can't have enough of those, di ba? The veteran leaders who are really kind of the spiritual anchors of the team. Malaking bagay sa isang team yun. And I think Junmar brings us that, aside from his obvious assets.
All right. I noticed at least 3 Ginebra players, no? Scotty, Jamie, and of course, Japet. Kamusta? Are they practicing already with the team? When do you expect them?
Japet and Justin practiced. Si Scotty at saka si Jamie hindi pa. So they missed the first practice last Monday, but they're already here. They're both back in town. So okay. I expect them to be there already in our next practice this coming Monday.
Another veteran name that is interesting for me and I guess for many of the fans is Jordan Heading. Alam natin that he had played in the past. He's a guy that can shoot. We've seen him do that wherever he went. What do you see with Jordan? Bakit mo siya nilagay sa pool? And how do you think will he fit with this team?
Ever since I took over, Jordan has always communicated with me and he's always professed his desire to be consistently and professed his a willingness to be considered to be part of the pool and to play in the national team. Except when he was in Taiwan, the conditions wouldn't allow it. Now that he's in Japan, pwede na. So we thought that this is another shooter. We always our system, with our in the past, diba, Matthew Wright, Jeff Chan, Larry Fonasheres of this world, we cannot have enough shooters in our team. So we wanted to see if Jordan also can fit not only the system but the other players. And that's always and I always remind people, and hopefully the your listeners and the viewers, we're always checking fit for the system and fit with each other's strengths, weaknesses, and personalities. Malaking bagay sa pagbubuo namin ng team yun.
Alright. Nabanggit ko yung mga bagito. 3 very interesting names. Jerome Lastimosa, Shawnee Winston, and of course, Mason Amos. Coach, alam natin we've seen them play, but how are they so far? And of course, reasons for them being invited to the pool.
Remember, we're building a program while we're building this team for the World Cup. This is a program, and a program is comprised of not only the elite level, as you very well know, but also the youth and the feeder system. So we want to keep that alive. That's why every time we've always had someone young and someone from college join the elite team, the senior team. So that's the same situation here with Jerome, with Shawnee, and with Mason. Hopefully, if these younger players get used to the idea of playing around the seniors and around the veterans, it's just going to help their development. Maybe not for now, and I always repeat that to them. We're going to make you part of the pool, but that doesn't mean that you're going to be part of the team or the final roster. So if you're willing, with no guarantees, if you're willing to put in the effort and to be considered, then yes, you're welcome. Those who are not willing, then thank you. There are several who are not here, and that's the reason why. But those who are willing to come and practice even without any assurance, then of course, we'd always love to see how they can fare. And then maybe in the future for other competitions, alam na natin kung anong kaya nilang gawin and alam na nila kung anong ginagawa natin.
What's the one thing? Natanong ko sa iyo dati to about Window 5 and again, we're in Window 6. Alam natin we are qualified for the World Cup so hindi na natin kailangan actually na isipin pa yung mga ganung yung qualification. But these are big games. Lebanon and Jordan, of course, are 2 of the top teams in Asia. Ano yung hino-hope mo to achieve in Window 6, Coach?
Just to get better. One word is just better. We want to just get better in the things that we do. Better offensively in the execution of our stuff, our system, and more importantly, better defensively. And then finally, just a better understanding of each other, better cohesiveness. I think that's going to be very, very important. Ngayon pa lang na magkakapalagayan na sila ng loob because we don't have the luxury of putting a group together and training for months and months on end, right? So we're taking taking advantage of these little pockets of competition. I think we started to see that already in Window 5. Iba na yung the camaraderie, the bonding, yung samahan, you know.
Yun nga sinasabi ko doon sa top of our show na nag-iiba na ang ihip ng hangin pati sa Gilas Pilipinas and you know again we can see that marami dating nagdududa, nagtataka pero nakikita na ngayon natin yung bunga ng ginagawa ninyo and as I said the winds have changed certainly for the national team and I'm very happy for that. It looks like the pool is complete. When you look at this lineup na pinorma mo, of course, sabi mo nga, there are other players that are that you had invited, but it looks very complete. Are there any more names that you want to tap that are from other teams na wala pa dito, Coach Chot?
Yeah, there are certainly other names that we have been considering, other names we're looking at. I know maraming ingay now about Terence Romeo, and I told Terence myself, you're always part of the consideration, but we already know what Terence can give. So let's take a look at the others first, and then we'll make a decision come World Cup time. So Terence is one example, and there are other names. There are so many other good players in the league, and there are other guys who were here already pero mga injured sila, di ba? Sila Isaac Go, and even sila Matt Nieto, sila Kevin Alas, ang dami. And I hope people will appreciate hindi natin pwede ilagay lahat sa pool, di ba? We have to make some decisions. Number one. And then number two also, syempre may realities some schedules, playing elsewhere, the PBA's team as well, so as not to disrupt the PBA too much. We're keeping the players just among several teams for now before we open it up. But at least I hope the nakikita ng mga kababayan natin that we're considering, we're constantly evaluating, assessing. People don't know that I talk to players all the time. I consistently talk to players, and we hope that we can in the end put the best team together.
And I guess this is the tough question, Coach, no? Kasi sabi mo, ang dami-dami yan, and that's why the Philippines is so nice to play in, because ang dami nating talagang talent sa basketball. But so the tough question is, of course, when you decide on the final 12, ano magiging criteria mo, Coach? And the coaching staff, and I guess SBP, how do you want to construct this team? What is the team that you're trying to build for the FIBA World Cup?
Again, I'll go back to my original pronouncement. It's fit. Number one, they have to be fit with the system that we want to play, and they have to fit each other's strengths and personalities, and also fitness. How good a shape are you in? You've got to be at the top of your game at that point. So those who are maybe recovering from an injury, or those who are not at the top of their game physically, they'll be at a disadvantage, of course. So yun ang magiging importante. And then as for the kind of team that we want to build a versatile team. We want to build a team that can take advantage of our strengths. And we know size is not one of our strengths, but hopefully our quickness, our ability to break people down, our outside shooting, and then those are going to be very, very important. But again, and I repeat this over and over, we are building a team. We are not here to assemble the best group of players, or individual talent. We're building a team. So
any shoe-ins at this point, Coach? Meron na bang sigurado na papasok?
No, we agreed even with the players way before, even when we started, that there are no shoe-ins. That I mean, to be very honest, the basketball, we're very smart in basketball. We already know that people have a leg up or a foot in the door, to be very honest. But truthfully, there are no shoe-ins. Everyone has to continuously fight for their place. If you're in the pool, fight for your place. If you're not in the pool, by the way you're playing, wherever you are, if you're in Japan, if you're in the PBA, if you're in college, make a case for yourself, and you will be considered.
All right. Let's talk about the group stage. Alam natin that there will be the draw that will be coming up in April. Is there any particular team you want to deal with? Meron ka ba meron ka na ba naisip na gusto mong ito makalabang ko, or or it will be a nice path, iwasan na natin ito? Is there something like that, Coach, sa yung plans?
I really want to play the US right away. Why? Because that means hindi na natin sila makakatabat. Kung pala rin tayo and we proceed to the second round, that means we won't face them anymore in the second round if we get that opportunity. But other than that, be careful who we wish for, right? So, pag tinignan mo naman yung lineup, walang mahinang team dyan. So,
walang tapon.
Yeah, we know that we're not going to be with any other Asian team. Siyempre, we're going to be dispersed. So, whether you're going to be with a European, African, South American team, walang mahina dun . So, that's we're just going to have to be as prepared as possible.
All right. What are the plans ng Gilas ngayon, Coach? Your training schedule after the PBA? Ano have you already decided this? May mga tournament na ba kayo nakaplano?
Yeah, we're already putting together our training program. It's just it's hard to fix schedules right now. We have general ideas already of where we want to be and what we want to do. Pero mahirap Number one, because the travel guidelines are not, ngayon pa lang talaga completely nag-open lahat. So we really are just now getting the opportunity to really look at, these places that we want to go. We know that we want to go on a European tour. First of all, after the PBA, we have to prepare for the SEA Games. And then after that, we want to go on a European camp. And then after that, we want to be able to train in the US so that Jordan can join us for at least a month before the World Cup, and then come back here for our final preparation. Right now, those are the broad strokes of the program. But in terms of definite dates, like I said, it's not that easy. It's very difficult to put together, but we're continuously working on it. We've been meeting every week with the SBP management as well. So hopefully we can finalize that.
All right. I have a couple of questions to end this interview, Coach. Alam natin that this is all up now. You're preparing. Grabe ang paghahanda, ang pagpaplano. Will you ever know if you're actually ready? When will you know? Nahanda na kayo?
We plan to have a little pocket tournament here in Manila before the actual World Cup. Maybe at that time we will see how well prepared we are.
All right.
I can remember noong 2014 when we had all those games preparatory to the World Cup itself. Until we had 3 or 4 games, di ba pumunta kami sa France, tinambakan tayo ng Ukraine, ng Australia, tinalo tayo ng French national team, and then we went all over the place until we had the final 2 or 3 tune-up matches against Dominican Republic and some other teams who were also on the way to the World Cup. That's when I knew that we were ready.
Okay.
Nung final few games na yun. So hopefully we can have that situation here in Manila to see that the team is going to be in competitive shape.
Coach, as a final question, I started a light and personal question to you, yung tungkol sa being more relaxed now. You once said that you are perhaps the most hated person in basketball nung panahon na nagsisimula, bumalik ka uli sa napili ka after that Todd Baldwin brouhaha and incident. Now that nagbabago ang ihip ng hangin and we've seen the way the team has played in Window 5, the success that you're now getting, and of course, pumasok pa si Justin Brownlee, do you think you've shed that tag? And does it even matter to you?
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me, number one. And number two, I really don't know because I have been off social media. So, I have deactivated my Twitter and Facebook account. So I'm really, I don't know. People, whatever people are saying about me, it's really the least of my problems right now. There are bigger, more important issues that I have to face, and I am choosing to focus my attention and energy on those more important things.
Well, I like always, my support is with you, alam mo yan, Chot, and I know that you're doing a great job. We never look back tayo, alam naman natin yan. It's always important that we're looking forward, and I'm always very proud that I worked with you, and I'm glad that I got you. I got to help you somehow. At ako'y again nananalangin na sana maging very successful ang Windows 6. Maraming salamat, Coach, sa oras mo.
Thank you, Com.
Maraming salamat. Mga kaibigan, ang head coach ng Gilas Pilipinas, walang iba kundi si Coach Chot Reyes. Ako, very exciting times really for Gilas. And when you look at the lineup, when you look at the program, it's just exciting that anong hinaharap ng ating national team. Alright, before we continue sa ating susunod na guest, isa muna pong pagpapasalamat sa lahat po ng mga tagapagtaguyod ng Power and Play. Kung wala po sa kanila, wala rin ang inyong paboritong programa. Maraming po salamat sa Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum sa ganitong pabago-bago ang panahon, mga kapatid. Mainit, uulan, biglang lalamig, kailangan natin ng matibay at protektadong bubong. Dapat ang bubong ay yerong may aluminum. Kapag may aluminum, tsak na pang matagalan. At isa lang alam kong dekalidad na yerong may aluminum, yan ang Cherry Loom, tibay protektado sa pang matagalang yero Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum. Maraming salamat, parang Elmer Ngo. Thank you! Cherry Tiggo 8 Pro, how neat it is to have a 7-seater SUV that has a powerful engine, world-class safety standards, and the latest tech features. Bet you didn't know that the all-new Cherry Tiggo 8 Pro has all these features and more at a very affordable price range. Cherry Tiggo 8 Pro is equipped with a 1.6 turbocharged gasoline direct injection engine, an advanced driver assistance system, and 12 other safety features, including rear cross traffic assist, blind spot detection, and autonomous emergency braking. The flagship Tiggo 8 Pro allows you more control of the wheel. What's great is you can also join the green revolution with Cherry Tiggo 8 Pro plug-in hybrid electric vehicle or PHEV. So book a test drive now via www.cherryauto.ph or visit a Cherry dealership near you. Thank you! Chooks to Go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan. Subukan ang kanilang pinakabagong oven-roasted chicken na mas pinasarap dahil sa nag-uumapaw na flavorful chicken juice. Try also Chooks, the first dine-in restaurant ng Chooks to Go. Chooks to Go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan. Thank you! True Religion is in the Philippines, where passion meets power. Experience it firsthand. For your best style choices, visit True Religion at Conrad S. Maison, Mall of Asia Complex, Resorts World Manila, and Hacienda Designer Outlet Silang, Cavite. Try also their newest branch at Grand Way, Newport City, Resorts World Manila. True Religion, where passion meets power. Thank you! Joyride, ang bago ninyong kasundo. Mga kasundo, first booking ninyo, use promo code JRMC Taxi, 50% off on your first MC Taxi ride. Ano pang hinihintay nyo? Download the Joyride Super App on Google Play Store and the Apple Store. Book Joyride MC Taxi for safe, affordable, quality, and fast rides. Thank you! Elms Seafood Paluto, the latest offering of the Elms Resto Bar Group, located at Unit 2, ground floor, Calle Bistro, Ever Commonwealth, Quezon City. Enjoy their delectable seafood menu in a relaxed, casual dining atmosphere for your salo-salo seafood meal. Elms Seafood Paluto. Thank you! Skin, your face and body anti-aging center with branches at Alabang Town Center and Green Hills, San Juan. For your skin assessment and treatment schedule, call 0917-890-1640 or 0977-809-8886. Thank you! ASEA Subic Beach Resort. Experience the getaway that you deserve and dive into limitless happenings, rejuvenating experiences, and gastronomic adventures. ASEA Subic Beach Resort. Thank you! Sari Suki. Gusto mo bang kumita ng higit 50,000 kada buwan? Magkaroon ng online negosyong puhunan? No registration at joining fee. Download Sari Suki sa App Store, Google Play Store. 50,000 kada buwan. Sari Suki, may e-tindahan. Thank you! Regrow! Minoxidil, an effective topical hair restorer drug in the Philippines, which is FDA approved. For best results, use Regrow Minoxidil with Pre-Grow shampoo and conditioner. Choose Regrow Minoxidil and regrow your confidence with healthy scalp and healthy hair. Regrow Minoxidil is available in all Derm Clinic branches, leading drugstores, and department stores nationwide. You can also purchase Regrow Minoxidil on Lazada and Shopee. Just look for the Good Derma Shop and check out your trusted Regrow Minoxidil products. Like us on Facebook at Regrow Minoxidil for promos and announcements. Minoxidil is the generic name of Regrow. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor. Thank you! Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng ating mga tagapagtaguyod ng Power and Play. And at this point, mga kapatid, medyo ipapasok na po natin ang ating ilalagay sa spotlight ngayong araw pong ito. Siya po ang reyna ng volleyball. Volleyball royalty in the house. And of course, one of our most favorite athletes in the Philippines. Ang ating pong ilalagay sa In the Spotlight, si Alyssa Valdez.
Power and Play with Com Noli Iyala.
And Lai is already with us on the line. Magandang umaga, Lai.
Good morning, po, sir. How are you doing?
How are you doing? Thank you for joining us. Alam mo, bago ko puntahan yung mga nangyayari, alam mo, fans are of course missing you on the court, but napaka-active mo pa rin sa social media and of course sa mga post. I saw your trip to the US in Lake Tahoe and Napa. How was that? Kamusta yon? And of course, nakapag-relax ka ba doon?
Yeah, definitely po. It was an amazing experience with that brace on my leg. But kidding aside, I really enjoyed the break. That was my first time to have a break then na without thinking about volleyball since I was injured nga po. But yeah, I get to relax and spend more time with friends and family during the break.
It looked very nice at saka of course napakalamig. Nakita ko yung mga suot-suot mo talagang parang ginaw na ginaw doon talaga, no? And talking about that, sabi mo nga you were in a leg brace. You've posted about your progress pagdating sa condition mo. You also posted a particular picture where you're already on the court and sabi mo nga fighting. So, kamusta? How is your condition right now, Lai?
I would say progress is really good po. My PTs, the doctors have been parang really guiding me naman po to recover 100% as soon as possible. And I feel so much okay po. Probably this is one of the major injuries I've had since I played volleyball, missing some of the games. But very positive naman na hopefully we'll get back more than 100% po with the help of everyone around me po.
Is there still pain? Meron pa bang sakit na nararamdaman ka?
It's always been there siguro po. But I think na ina-assess pa rin po as of now yung knee and really taking my time para hindi rin po mamadali yung pag-recover and pagbalik po. But as much as I want to really go back on court, I have to listen first to my body and of course to my doctors and PTs po.
When you talk about that, alam natin that most of the injuries, hindi lamang physical ang nagiging epekto sa isang atleta, but it's also the mental side, no, na you feel the fear that it might happen again or hindi mo natatakot ka na gawin ito, etc., etc. Is that part of the process that you're going through, the fear and of course the pressure of getting better?
You know what, I realized po talaga, sir, na all the athletes who's been injured, then it's really a struggle for sure. Kasi yun nga po, more than the physical aspect na kaya namin gawin or magawa ulit yung mga bagay na pwede namin gawin. It's really, yung first step, it's mental na honestly, I posted also, I was really scared for doing, nung gagawin ko yung first step ko, normal step, first jump, and other stuff. It was really scary po. But, grabe, honestly, nakakaiyak po talaga yung mga pag pala nagagawa mo din and may progress ka nakikita. But yeah, I mean, mentally also, you have to be strong. But I think, biggest po sa akin, help. I've been doing my therapy in front of my teammates also or during practice just because I want to feel also that energy na para more than anything, more than the takot na nararamdaman ko, yung excitement na gusto ko ulit makabalik at makapaglaro with them. So yun po talaga yung extra motivation ko na kahit takot ako, I want to do it for them and I want to play again the sport that I love them.
Sakto yung sinabi mo sa post. Slow progress, but at least slow but sure. And even your Coach Sherwin, said that he's not losing hope that you can play this conference. Comment mo doon. Do you feel that, it can happen na makakapaglaro ka sa All-Filipino Conference ng PVL?
Praying and hoping. I think it's nice to have that kind of pressure also on my part. Siyempre, it's a privilege to keep on moving forward and actually learning a lot of new things every single day. Ma-improve ko agad yung mga range and siguro height ng, alam mo, may movements po ako. So, that pressure na binibigay din po sa akin ng team, ng sarili ko, I really want to feel that para po meron akong extra push para kahit may takot ng konti talagang gagawin po natin. So, yeah, hopefully po magkita-kita tayo this Open All-Filipino Conference.
You know, accidents happen in an athlete's life at alam naman natin yan. And that's part of the game. It's par for the course, ika nga. But you had a grueling year last year, no? You had 3 conferences, then you had 2 international tournaments that you played in. Do you think that that contributed sa injury mo yung anong klase, especially you got that injury bronze medal game ng last conference, masyado ka ang dami naman ng laro. Do you think that somehow your schedule contributed to that?
Maybe it was a factor, but at the end of the day, as an athlete also, you have to make sure you take good care of your body. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to join the team for playing for the AVC and for Asian Grand Prix because I had dengue nga po then. So I was still recovering also that time. But yeah, definitely as an athlete, you really have to know your body, yung scheduling also, it matters din po talaga. And to perform really well, you have to have good recovery and pre-season preparation. So hopefully, we'll have that also eventually, and with proper siguro scheduling also and volleyball program, it would be people and fans would see a better and siguro more condition and healthier mga volleyball players and athletes.
Maybe mauuso din yung load management pagdating sa mga volleyball players, no? And of course, it's something that the fans don't want to see. They also always want to see the stars, but dapat maintindihan na nila na ang mga players ay tao rin na talagang kailangan din magpahinga. Lai, you know, I want to go before I go to your team. I want to touch a little bit on something light. Yung AV vlogs mo, no? yung ginagawa mo mga vlogs na going viral. You know, many people are viewing it. You know, I want to ask you because you're very active on social media. What is the content? How do you make content for yourself? How do you judge it? Na gusto mong ilabas yan and to make it very interesting and engaging?
It's funny because probably I would say I'm not into posting a lot of things on social media. But now kasi I really want to share also how athletes also, what athletes do also outside of the court then for the fans to appreciate athletes more. Para mas maging mas tao din po yung mga atleta para din po sa kanila. And I think that's one way also of saying thanks to this supporters. But to choose the content, those are the things na I do naman siguro rarely po kasi. So usually naman the schedule would be always training, and yun lang, recovery therapy. And so when I do something different, I want to share it also to the supporters. But now I really want to do something would inspire also other supporters or other kids. That's why I put out one of the vlogs supporting and giving gifts to this younger generation who are very inclined and into sports. So we hope now we could see them soon play any sport.
That is very clear. Nakikita talaga naman yung engagement mo. Ang dami-daming nagfa-follow sa you, of course. And you know, it's always good to have that particular idol inspiring people to do things and helping others. But there's one particular post that I saw. This is a post that you know, a follower of yours had about you and Catherine Bernardo having the same bags or parang ganon, parang twinning. I just want, you know, curious lang ako. What was that all about? Itong meron ka bang plano mag-showbiz? Ganun ba yan?
I've been working with Kat, sina DJ and other celebrities as well, and they're very nice. They're very good people. And we've built a relationship also outside of work then. So, yun, we had dinner lang and it was just so funny. We brought the same bag, same card holder.
Hindi sinasadya yun? Hindi sinasadya yun?
Yeah.
Wow!
Hindi po namin napag-usapan. So, it was just so funny.
Oh.
So, yun po, there's very nice sila Catherine and sila DJ and everyone.
I just found it interesting. Anyway, balik tayo sa PVL Chicho Boy kasi baka maging talk show. All right, you're starting the PVL All-Filipino starting on February 4. How is the Creamline Cool Smashers? Wala kayong changes in the lineup?
Nothing. No changes. I think the only change we had would be the learnings from last conference. It was a heartbreaking loss also from being number 1 during the elimination. Then we fell short po. So I think that's the change that will bring this All Philippines.
Who are you expecting to have a good conference among your teammates? Of course, alam natin sila Tots Carlos has been playing very well, but outside of her, sino sa tingin mo magkakaroon ng magandang breakout conference ngayon?
Oh wow. I pray that everyone would have a breakout season this coming Feb. But that's a very hard question po. But I really think Michelle would be Michelle Gumaba would be one of the key players also that would lead the team this conference.
All right. Well, they named as co-captain of the team Gia Morado de Guzman, of course. How significant was that? Na si Gia is now, she's always been the leader, being the setter. But how significant is officially na co-captain siya?
I think nothing will change naman po, because even in practice or in games, we consider each and every one leaders then. So talagang meron talagang pagkakataon na si Gia would always speak up then kung ano yung sa tingin niyang kailangan ng team na i-adjust. So, but I'm just really excited for her. She's been doing it for ever since I was out also during the AVC. They're always stepping up. And, well, I think it's innate naman to anyone or to everyone in the team to lead the team. So I'm just really excited makita din at makapanood po sila ulit.
Creamline missed the rare Grand Slam last year. Ando na, pero things happen. It is what it is, of course. Naiisip pa ba ninyo to? And how big of a factor is this to motivate the team in this All-Filipino Conference?
We're almost there. We were almost there, but unfortunately, a lot of things happened din po talaga. But you know what? With that loss, we actually appreciate everything na achieved din namin as a team. Looking back, we've been really supporting each other since day one. Walang natatanggal, walang nadadagdag. So we're just really grateful for that. And hindi lang siya motivation sa amin po yung binigay po ng loss na yan, but it's really something na wake up call that sometimes we really have to fail. May mga ganong bagay para mas matuto po at mas ma-appreciate ulit namin yung volleyball. So hopefully that's a fuel for us to be fiery this coming conference.
I want to ask you about your other role in sa Spikers Turf. Lai, you are the president of Spikers Turf. Mahirap ba to be a league executive and at the same time a player? And of course, how do you see your role there?
Okay, I would say it's really a big responsibility, but Sir Ricky, Tita Mozi, the Navarros, they're very, very helpful and really guiding me on what to do, being one of the organizers of the Spikers Turf. So it's been interesting po, nakaka-excited po to learn new things outside of the volleyball court, being able to help also the men's team. And I'm really, really hoping, and we're very excited kung saan po din makakadating yung men's volleyball natin. So I hope everyone, the fans, would also support the men's team, the Spikers Turf. And I guarantee talaga that you'll enjoy also watching men's volleyball.
What can we expect from the Spikers Turf in the next conference, Alay?
Oh, well, we just started for the open conference as well. We have 11 teams. And all the games right now, very entertaining din po talaga. So just expect a fun, enjoyable volleyball.
Great.
And hopefully po talaga magkita-kita tayo sa mga Spikers Turf na games. I'm
Alright.
sorry, I'm always out of the frame. Just holding my phone.
No, okay lang. Alright, live, before I let you go, ang dami-dami of course na mga bata na sumusunod sa iyong yapak. Ina-idol ka. One of these kids, I saw it in your post, is Kian Olango, of course, ng Nazareth. And of course, Bea Belen has always talked about you as her idol. What do you advise these young kids as they are now coming into the collegiate ranks and of course even to the national team? Anong advice mo sa mga batang players na gustong sumunod sa'yo?
Naku, mas idol ko po sila. Talagang at a very young age, they're really showing and their full potential, and talagang natututo din po tayo sa kanila. But I think my advice to them is to really enjoy, have fun, and I hope they find their purpose also in volleyball. Para po talagang mas ma-serve and mabigay nila yung full potential nila sa sport na ito. And we're hoping and praying din na magtulong-tulong kami para mas ma-share yung knowledge na natututunan namin sa younger generation than right now. So I'm just really hoping for the best for them, and I hope they enjoy volleyball as much we did. Until now naman po, we're still enjoying the sport. So we're just really gonna support them and cheer on para sa future games.
Lai, I hope I can see you still in the golf course. Naglalaro ka ba ng golf? Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Oo. Baka maging second career, malay mo. Hopefully. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time today. I wish you the best in your recovery program, and we're looking forward to Spikers Turf and of course to seeing you with the Creamline Cool Smashers once more. Maraming salamat, Lai.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Hope they can support also the Creamline Cool Smashers this coming Saturday na po, Feb 4, opening game. So maraming salamat, and see you soon po sa lahat po. And Spikers Turf also, thank you always. Thank you, sir, for inviting me.
Anytime. Maraming salamat. Thank you for taking our call. Maraming salamat.
Happy weekend. Bye-bye po.
Mga kaibigan, ang volleyball royalty, ang ating pong superstar ng PVL, Alyssa Valdez. Of course, she's in recovery. We hope for the best para sa kanya. Alright, bago tayo magtapos, gusto ko pong basahin lamang ang mga nanalo sa ating Joyride Super App top-up promo sa Power and Play na mananalo ng 1,000 pesos e-wallet credits mula sa Joyride Super App. Carmi Rivera, Jersky Año Nuevo, Charles Mico, Sabino, Simon Ubungin, and Jade Graciel Atencio. Again, may tatawag po sa inyo, magpapadala ng message from Joyride. Magagamit nyo yung 1,000 pesos e-wallet credits for your delivery, for motorcycle taxi, and of course, for our Joyride car. Yung mga nagpadala po, may oras tayo na konti. Babasahin ko lamang yung mga nagpadala ng kanilang pinulsuhan natin. Sang-ayon ba kayo na palitan si Coach Leo sa San Miguel Beermen? Sabi ni Jeffrey Safe, yes, para naman mabigyan ng chance si Coach Gallant. Si Jefferson Lanon, sabi niya para sa akin, yes, kasi marami naman na siyang napatunayan sa SMB team. Subukan naman natin yung iba. Mark Jerry June Kagula, hindi. Sana binigyan ng chance. Adobas Eden, sabi niya, yes, dahil napatunayan naman niya sa SMB team. Si Paul Castillo, sa tingin ko po, hindi pa dapat kasi naniniwala ko marami pang championship ang makukuha ni Coach Leo. Si Benison Beo, SMB Management, bad move kayo kung alisin nyo bigla ang nagpa-champion sa inyo. Coach Ben, ito si Ori Babia, sabi niya sangayon ako na magpalit ng coach. Florentino Kimbo, sabi niya okay lang napalitan si Coach Leo, try naman na mag-coach ng iba sa ibang teams ng konti o walang superstars. J10, sabi niya mag-consultant na muna si Coach Leo. At marami pa po nagpadala ng inyong mga kuro-kuro dito sa atin. Si Dennis Martinez, Dennis Competente, at of course aking Twitter account ay napakarami rin po nagpadala. So marami po salamat sa lahat sa inyo na lumahok sa ating Pulso ng Bayan, hatid sa inyo ng Chooks to Go, nag-iisang manok ng bayan. And that'll do it for us this morning. Mula sa Power and Play, again, magsama-sama po tayo next week for another fun and exciting time dito po sa inyong paboritong kasama tuwing Sabado, ang Power and Play. Lagi po namin sinasabi tuwing Sabado, bawal ang masugit at sa lahat po ng ating gawain ad maiorem Dei gloriam, all for the greater glory of God. Kami po ang 1PH, teleserbisyo para sa Pilipino. Susunod na po ang inay ko po. Happy Sports Weekend mga kapatid! More power, more play.
Sa kapwa ko Pilipino, ipagmalaki ang galing na meron tayo. Ilantad ang likas nating talento at magdala ng saya sa mundo. Sa harap ng pagsubok ay di susuko, para sa pangarap tayo'y porsigido. Magpakitang gilas na at huwag magpatalo, ipagdiwang natin ang Pilipino. Yan ang Pinoy. Mula noon at hanggang ngayon, talento natin ng bida. Mula sa simpleng bakuran hanggang entablado natin ipakita. May pagsubok man ng Pinoy, pinalalakas ng saya. San man tayo sa pulo, Chumbe, Sibay, Lakay, Amiga. Sama-samang pakita ang galing natin katropa. Sa kapwa ko Pilipino.